Hello, this is Leech83, how we doing? Welcome to episode number 2 of our Sevilla career mode. If you're new to the series, then check out episode number 1 with the link down below in the description. Now, basically, when I left the last episode, we're in pre-season. I asked for some suggestions on what we could do for transfer targets, and we got a couple of comments on it, so it's not so bad, and we're able to put a few things in the pipeline. Now, I'll show you those in just a moment, but one player who we have brought in is Iñaki Williams. Iñaki Williams, we paid $5.5 million for him, and he signed a 4-year contract with us, so perfectly good to get him into the team. 4-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot, can play on the left or on the right, only 21 years old, he's already 76 rated. A long way to go with him, so he'll come in immediately into this team, which we're going to use in the pre-season tournament for the game against AC Milan, which before, as we said in the first episode, we'll just be simming the pre-season games just to get through them that little bit quicker. So let's see how we got on against Milan. We've already qualified from the group with 2 wins, so we'll see if we can get anything from this game if we can. Early booking to Carrizo, nothing else after half an hour. It's all going pretty slow. Conor Palinka coming up for goal in the 37th minute, ideal 1-0. Can't ask for much more than that. Come on, Sevilla, hold on here, or another goal would be ideal. Couple of subs being made now, coming into the last stages of the game, and Kennedy, our loan signing from Chelsea, has made it 2-0, and it's a 2-0 victory in the 3rd game in the pre-season tournament, which is absolutely perfect. Now, basically, all I've basically been doing is putting in a few different offers. So we put in an offer for Ben Yedder of £13 million, and it looks like Toulouse have accepted that, so we will try and get him signed up. Dimitri Payet is not for sale. We're trying to get him in as a cam. Buffal from Lille would be ideal to get him in. However, £15.5 million is quite a lot of money for him, even though he has an astounding talent. David Klaassen, £19.5 million. Quite surprised that went as high as that. One of the suggestions was Abagai, again from G's a Legend. He's got no interest in selling us to us, which is perfectly fine, being the fact that we are playing in the same league. That usually does happen. However, we'll maybe put another bid in, we'll wait and see. We're looking at Yasser Ansharani, he's a right back, $6.5 million for him, so there's a potential one we could look at also. And then just let us know we got 1.4 million from that international cup game. So everything at the moment is definitely taking shape. We are in the semi-finals now against Lokomotiv Moscow. I keep forgetting to put some players in for loan, in for training, sorry. I've put a lot of the youth players up for loan, so hopefully they can go soon. So we'll put Iñaki Williams in for some passing training. We'll also put him in for some dribbling training, just get him doing the medium dribbling course, which is perfectly fine. And then we will go for, let's see, our young goalkeeper, he's only 21 years old, so we'll put him in for some penalty saves, and we'll also put him in for just frozen drop kicks. That's perfectly fine. And then we've got one other youth player that we can put in. There's one other youth player I like the look of, and it's this guy, Kakuta. He doesn't look too bad, so we'll put him in for an easy dribbling course. So we'll see how those guys perform in this training. Okay, that's not too bad. B for Williams, with a C on his other one, D and C for the goalkeeper, and then Kakata getting, or whatever you want to pronounce his name, Kakota, he getting a B, so that's not too bad for them, definitely going okay. So what I'm going to do is just have another couple of looks at the transfers that I put in a couple of bids for some players, and then we'll get ourselves ready for our semi-final game against Lokomotiv Moscow. Okay, so here we are for the game against Lokomotiv Moscow in the semi-finals of the pre-season tournament, and basically we've got some dealings going on just now. Put in the 30 million bid for Ben Yedder, so we gave him a contract offer, so wait and see. However, my preferred choice of a player would be to get Angel Carrera in from Atletico Madrid. Slightly more expensive in regards to 14 million, but he's looking for less money per week. So to get him in, it would be pretty ideal. And we've also put in a contract offer for Alikia Mangala from Manchester City. So yeah, to get him in to strengthen the defence would be pretty good. Also, we sold Jose Antonio Reyes to AS Monaco for 5 million, and the board have kindly given us 4.2 million back. which is absolutely superb. We can use that towards our other dealings with the team. So here we go for the game against Lokomotiv Moscow. As again with all the other pre-season games, we are just going to quickly sim through it just to get through it that little bit quicker. If we get through, we get through, because as I say, it's more money in the kitty at the end of the day when you get through these pre-season tournaments. However, the actual game itself is like kind of worthless in that respect. So let's see how we get on in this one. Into 60 minutes and still no goals. I think this one's probably going to go all the way to penalties, as it usually does with pre-season tournaments. So Conor Palanca pops up with a goal in the 85th minute, and that wins us the game and sees us through to the pre-season tournament final, which is absolutely ideal. We can step on from that, and we've got then Zenit St. Petersburg in the final, which ain't too bad whatsoever. So we've been invited to take part in a press conference. That's absolutely perfect. So let's see what's happening first. 2.6 million is the extra transfer budget, thanks to us getting through to the final. Yassin Ben Yedder is happy to accept the contract. Now all I'm going to do is just kind of stall on that just now and wait and see what happens with Carrera. I put in a cheeky bid for Bafal. I wasn't sure if it was going to be accepted or not, but 14 million for Bafal to come to us from Lille. A little bit on the expensive side for the team, but the way that I'm kind of looking at it just now, I'll show you exactly what I'm going to do. So what I'm going to do is offer the contract that Bafal is looking for, so 70 grand a week for 4 years, and we'll put him in as a first team player, which is absolutely fine. Now what I'm thinking about doing is to go to my players just now. Now Iñaki Williams has obviously been brought in, and then we've got all these youth players who are all out on loan, which is perfectly fine. Apart from Immobile, it'd be good if we could get him back and then sell him, but we'll wait and see what happens. Now unfortunately I can't sell Chrome Deli because he's just recently joined the team. However, this guy, Kodelijak, or whatever you want to call him, don't think we'll be using him, so I put him up on the transfer list as well. Now in regards to my centre defensive mids, I've had a couple of bids in for Katrovic, which if they tip over the amount that I'm hoping for that they'll go for, then I may sell them. So for that reason, we'll kind of wait and see how that one goes. Now Vitolo, I don't think I'm going to use him. Reason being is Conor Palanca is just too good. Vitolo is decent, but he's only got 3-star skills and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to transfer this Vitolo. Might seem a bit crazy, but it's what I'm going to do just now. And the reason that being is because I've got Kennedy as a decent left backup, and we've also got that little guy Kokata, so we can use them for backup cover for the left hand side. So for that reason, I'd rather have the 10 million or so in that we could potentially get for Vitolo, so we'll wait and see. Okay, now we had a bid in for Vicente Abora as well, and now Southampton have actually accepted that offer, so they're going to pay 13.5 million for him, so that way we'll keep Katrovic and we'll just sell Abora, which is absolutely fine. And we've got a bid in for Kevin Grimero, let's see, of 9 million. It's not really, I don't really want to sell him, so we'll reject that offer just now. That's perfectly fine. So we've got a few dealings going on, everything's looking good at the moment. We've got a couple of decisions to make when it comes to finalising our striker, but everything at the moment is taking shape just now. And there we have the striker that I was looking to get Angel Carrera in for 4 years on a 60 grand a week, so that's absolutely perfect. We will accept that offer and get him into the team right away, and he can go into this squad for the match against Zenit St. Petersburg, and we will then reject the Yassin Ben Yedder offer, so we'll get rid of him. We're not needing an extra striker in, we'll just keep what we've got, and with the addition of Carrera, that's absolutely perfect. So I'll just always go to motivate my players for the pre-season final. Excuse me. Excuse me about that. Right, here we go. So what's happened here? Mangala's happy to accept his contract, and so is Bafal. So what we'll do is we'll just quickly stall them for a little bit just now, to see if Abora sells, and then we'll be able to make up our mind on those final deals as well. So let's get into this game against Zenit. Again, as I say, just simulated to get through it just that little bit quicker. the deal for Carrera hadn't been completely finalised to get him into the final lineup, but that doesn't matter. And we go one down after 26 minutes, which is quite unfortunate. Grimero picking up an injury now, hopefully it's nothing serious. A couple of subs being made now into the last 20 minutes of the game. No more sign of a goal. Oh, we finally get one. Llorente making it 1-1 in the 79th minute, and then we get beat on penalties. How cruel was that? But hey ho, hey hum. That's perfectly fine. Pre-season tournament, as I say, wasn't really all that important anyway. So let's see how that now looks for us in regards of what's going on. So Kevin Grimero is out for 6 weeks with a torn groin, which is unfortunate, but we have got back up, so that's not too bad. Thanks to our performances with that, so they're saying happy for us to get to the final. But let me hope the extra transfer funds would not tell me what else we've got, so that's perfectly fine. And Vicente Abora has been sold, and the board have allocated 11.5 million for him. So what we're going to do is finalise that deal. So for Stefano Boval, 5-star skiller, of course, it'll be decent to get him into the team, that is for sure. So let's get him sorted. And should we? I don't know, I'll just stall this one just now, that's perfectly fine. Okay, so what we've got is we've got a couple of new signings in. The team is starting to take shape. Let me just quickly move people about here. So we'll bring Carrera in here. We've got Inaki Williams, Kona Polankia, Kennedy, Nzonzi and Katrovic. Everything's looking okay that way. I'm quite happy with the backup I've got as well. Everything at the moment is taking shape for how I would like it to be. And there is Buffal there. We'll bring him in replace of Kennedy, and what we'll do is, obviously Grimero's injured, so we'll put Kennedy on the bench for him. And that doesn't look too bad a team just now, that looks okay. Another couple of signings just to give it a wee bit more strength and depth, and we should be perfectly fine for the league. So that brings us to the end of episode 2. I'm sorry that there's not much gameplay just now, but everything's starting to take shape. In the next episode, what we'll be doing is finishing off July, getting into the start of August, and then it's the 21st of August before our first game against Malaga in the league, and then after that we've got Atletico Madrid. So the next episode, what we'll do is we'll finish off the transfer window, we'll get the first 2 games played in the league, and we'll finally start to get a bit more action. Apologies, it's kind of taking its time, but pre-season's always a bit of a pain in the arse, but once we get past that, everything should go well. So hopefully you're enjoying this series so far. It should be good. Stick with it. Obviously likes and support on the channel would be appreciated, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take it easy.